Hello, Cleveland, and everyone from everywhere else. Welcome to your 10-minute TA for Thursday, June 5th, 2025. Hope everyone's had a pretty good week. Looks like that bearish scenario we were talking about has played out. But before we dive into the charts, as always, I do ask that you give me a like, give me a subscribe. That helps out the channel. And I will love you forever if you do it. All right, now that you've done it, let's dive into the charts. All right, so where to start? I suppose we'll start on the 90-minute chart. We'll zoom in. Excuse me, I'm so tired. I actually fell asleep already. Woke up. Anyway, this bull flag that we were looking at, missed yesterday's video, but I would have extended that down and then said, hey, we've come down to the 786 of the fib retracement there. And then we'd be looking for a bounce. And look, a bounce happened, but came up to the same resistance as previous. And then, hey, bearish engulfing candle, and then all heck broke loose. And the move went down pretty much to the measured move for our 6-hour chart. Pretty much the measured move for the 6-hour chart for both the symmetrical triangle as well as this bear flag here. Yeah, not quite all the way down to our support level of 99.6. Got down to about 100.43. Bounced off that, what do you call it? 200 MA there on the 6-hour chart. And yeah, look at that. So yeah, we'll take it back to the 90-minute, see where things are going. We broke down through this support. Out. Bull flag's gone. It's gone. And with it, pretty much all hopes of invalidating those bearish signals on the higher time frames. What are we looking at now? Well, this kind of looks like it's a bear flag being formed. You can see it a little better here on the 22-minute chart. Go down there. Here's our bear flag. Now, what can give us a little hope is this symmetrical triangle here. Or, I'm sorry, not symmetrical triangle. This ascending triangle here. You see how it has a flat top, but the bottoms are coming up. That's called an ascending triangle, and that usually indicates some upward movement coming. However, because it is in a bear flag, we will still take our measured move for the bear flag. And if it were to move down from the breakout point, well, then our measured move down is about 96K, 97-ish. But let's take our fib retracement for this bear flag. We start at the top because it's a bear flag. We move it down to the bottom, and we'll see that our 786 is way up here at 104.8. Our 618 is down up close to about 104. So even if this ascending triangle does play out, these are the levels that we would need to break. A 200 moving average here on the 22 as well. Those would be the levels that we would need to see break and flip to support in order for us to say that the bear flag is invalidated. Now, if we did get up that high, well, then our measured move is just back down to that 99.6 support level. We'd look for a bounce there. Stokes are high on the 22. This is probably going to push the 90-minute down. But the Stokes are low here. And we got a bit of a squeeze going on here on the 5. Is there a squeeze on the 22? Yeah, squeeze on the 22. What's the one doing? One's trying to get back over its 200. It did get over it here. It kind of fell under there. Can it get back over again? Maybe. RSI's moving up quick. Let's see if it can get into bullish territory. This would be a good time to open up a long if you're into leveraging. Once this crosses the 200, that'd be a good time to open a long. Put a little stop loss down there. If that's your way of trading, not financial advice. But with the Stokes being super high like this could actually just turn around real quick and find resistance at the 200 and turn around, push down. If that does turn around and push down, and the 5-minute Stokes gets stuck, our side gets pushed down a little lower too. That could definitely happen. Definitely. Yeah, there's no like bullish div or anything on the RSI. Well, technically there is, because these bottoms are flat, but these bottoms on price are higher, so it's technically a bullish div there. Yeah, that 22 looking like it's about to head lower. Invalidate that ascending triangle there. Possibly. Now let's send the 90 minutes lower as well. Now if the 90 minute went lower, or you know, we looked at what the bear flag would take it to. Basically, it's the measured move of the head and shoulders here on the daily chart. You see it, head, shoulders, down to about 96, about that 200 day moving average. Still be a higher high or a higher low at that point. We could bounce, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Some further downside coming. I hate to say it to you, but as much may be happening. There's no bullish div on the 90-minute chart. RSI is in bearish territory. It's under its signal line. That's showing bearish momentum. Stokes down in bearish territory with the Stokes on the 22-minute looking like they're going to push down. Yeah, this is probably going to head down, the 90-minute chart there. 6 hour also, you know, it's been showing like it's heading down. These have kind of played out, so we'll get rid of them, I guess. Let's get rid of them. This is all, there you go. Then, oh, well, this is now resistance. This is now resistance as well. Bottom former bull flag. Support structure there, now also acting as resistance. Hasn't been flipped technically, but we'll see if it can get back up over there. It can act as resistance now, but if we see price, oh, okay, so technically that's still support, technically, because we haven't seen a candle open and close under it. So let's watch this candle and we'll see if that still remains resistance. Do we have divergence here? No, we do not. Oh, that wasn't even a support. I think that was me showing divergence. No, that was support plus divergence. Yeah, there was bullish div there. It could still play out. It could bounce off that 200 MA there. Uh-oh, baby's moving. Get rid of this. Oh no, let's leave that there. That could still play out. Stokes are overbought again. RSI is overbought again too here on the 6 hours. So this could be a spot where we bounce. There's a chance for it. There's a chance this is the bouncy spot. But there's also a chance that we move down further. So 50-50. Daily says we're going further down. Yep. I mean, we could bounce off that 50. You know, maybe actually make it down to that 99.6. Maybe we move up, like, you know, up to that golden pocket of that bear flag on the 90-minute chart, and then come back down. I mean, that's literally what the moose move would be. But the Stokes are still overbought. I'm sorry, oversold here on the daily. And we have a bullish div, a hidden bullish div. Yeah, we have a hidden bullish div here. So what that means is that price action is putting in higher lows while RSI is putting in lower lows. Now, that can change if the price action gets down past this low, or May lows, under 94K. But as long as price can bounce above there, then this bullish div is on, and then hey, you know, perhaps that's what's happening here. See a move down to 96 and then a bounce up to 135. Or we'll break under 94, and this is actually the beginning of the bear market. Or this is a super cycle, and we break under there, and it takes us a little months, 3-4 months, find a bottom, you know, still down here in the 80s, higher than our April lows, higher bottoms still. Excuse me, to continue this uptrend and make our way, you know, at that point, it wouldn't be 135. It could be, you know, let's say we get down to 90. At that point, we're looking at a move up to 128. Let's say we make it all the way down to 85 before we see a bounce. 123 then. How about 80, 81, 82, 120? As long as we don't, you know, come all the way down to 77 and fall under 77, then there's even still a chance of 115 if this is a super cycle. But the chances of the bounce back from that low get, like, as price action continues to get lower, especially under that 200 MA, well, the chances of that bounce back are decreased. They get lower and lower. All right, what is this thing even doing here? Oh, that's for the bull flag there. So let's just like that. There you go. Yeah, I mean, the bull flag doesn't get invalidated until that April low gets broken or flipped. So yeah, could be a super cycle still. Who knows? Let's watch and see what happens. Isn't it exciting? I know I'm excited. It's exciting. But what am I doing with my, like, funds and stuff? Well, you guys already know. I've told you before that I've sold off most of my alts at this point. I'm basically 80% Bitcoin, 20% altcoins, and then 20% is broken up into 6 of the main altcoins, taking up about 80% of that 20%, if that makes sense. And then that remaining, what would that be? So in total, 80% of my portfolio is Bitcoin. Then about 16% of my portfolio are the big boy alts like Solana, SWI, AVAX, Ether, ADA, Chainlink. Those are those 6, and then the remaining 4% of my portfolio is 15 smaller altcoins, such as Deep, Tau, that's BitTensor. I can kind of pull it up this way. Yeah, these guys, and then gang. Then over here, I got the other ones, some of them at least. Here, I got Arrow, Fat, Cetus, Ton, Deep Book, Haspa, Ton, SEI, say, yeah, yeah. But yeah, That's only 4%. The majority of everything I still have in my portfolio is in Bitcoin. And these alts follow Bitcoin. That's why I just do BitcoinTA mostly. But if you guys want me to do TA on alts, just let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment. Tell me which alts you would like me to do some TA on, and I can do that. But for the most part, I'm just going to stick to Bitcoin because it drives the market. Move that back up. Gang. All right, gang. Thank you guys so much for watching, gang. Music is courteously provided by Luminist, The Loa, and Sex Squatch. You guys enjoyed the TA and the video, and come back soon tomorrow. Much love. I will see you then.